Public comment is being taken on proposed new regulations for commercially guided fishing boats, including a registration and annual fee requirement that begins January 1st, 2026. These proposals come after passage of House Bill 5 by the 2025 Wyoming legislature, which would allow the Wyoming Game and Fish Commission to regulate commercially guided fishing boats and potentially set limits on their numbers if needed. An advisory board is currently working to develop recommendations for the commission. Under the proposals, commercially guided fishing boats would need to register and pay a $600 annual fee beginning January 1st, 2026. Owners of commercially guided fishing boats would be required to register each individual commercially guided fishing boat before operating on any waters of the state. Up to 4 boats owned by the same provider could be registered for a fee of $100 per boat. The regulation applies to all watercraft used by commercial fishing guides and outfitters. Drift boats, rafts, motorized fishing boats. The outfitter or professional guide would be issued 2 registration stickers, one for use on the fishing boat, the other for the boat's trailer. Some waters of the state have experienced an upsurge in fishing activity due to their outstanding fishing opportunity and popularity, leading to complaints about overuse and impacts on the fishery. The new law provides Game and Fish the authority to address concerns about overcrowding and potential impacts on fishing conditions. The intent of the new regulations is to allow Game and Fish to determine how many commercially guided fishing boats are using different waters throughout the state so that fishing resources are managed sustainably while preserving the fishing experience. At one time, the department had statutes and regulations governing commercial hunting and fishing, but those were repealed in 1989 when legislation creating the Big Game Outfitter Board was passed, but fishing outfitting and guiding was not included. Registrants would be required to maintain records of dates of each commercially guided fishing trip, the name of the water fished, and the river segment fished, and submit those records to the Game and Fish Department. 8 meetings will be held beginning June 30th in Thermopolis, the last being July 28th at the Casper Game and Fish office. Complete details and an opportunity to comment is on the Wyoming Game and Fish Department website. This is Ray Hageman with the Wyoming Game and Fish Department.